Hello and welcome to a very special, hopefully pretty interesting and exciting episode. This was a subscriber suggestion from Kane, so thank you for that. I'm pretty excited about this. As you saw from the thumbnail, you can guess. Cheat Dino. We're hoping to get the big guys out fast, quick. Just go over briefly what I have going on with the list. I did change it a little bit from Kane's suggestion, but it's still the same basic idea. We got some nice early stuff to maybe cast some of the big dinos. Wayward Swordtooth, we got plenty of land, so hopefully that's going to help as well, get us ahead in the land department. Cast some of those bigger guys a little bit more. Shifting Ceratops, fantastic as always. I did move Regisaur Raptor to the sideboard, so hopefully we don't get messed up too much and face some sort of mono red aggro game one. I always like having Ripjaw in the main, but testing something out here tonight. See how it goes. And then the cheating part, Lukka, Coppercoat, Outcast. You may have tried it before, different variations, but yes, the -2. Exile target creature you control, reveal cards from the top until you reveal a creature card with higher mana value. So we'd be aiming to hopefully exile Regisaur Alpha, and then we'll get one of these big guys. Hopefully not Carnage Tyrant, but that's not the end of the world. Rampaging Brontodon, Gishath, Zacama. I'm pretty excited about grabbing some of those guys. Now, I could cut some of the cheaper stuff, Carnage Tyrant, Rampaging Brontodon, just to help make sure we get one of the big ones. But just on the off chance, we don't get to Lukka, maybe they kill him, something like that. We do have a pretty reasonable backup of playing something like a Carnage Tyrant just from our hand, simply. Mana base, a little different. There isn't really any white, just because, at least how I'm doing it here, we don't need any early white. So I'm covering potential costs for Gishath and Zacama with Unclaimed Territory. Hopefully that works out, doesn't screw us over too much. We'll see. Plenty of red to help cast Lukka, Coppercoat Outcast. And then the sideboard, of course, we got the fantastic, as always, Rampaging Ferocidon, stop the life gain. You know it, you love it. A little bit of Deathgorge to help against graveyard strategies. Anger of the Gods, switching that up kind of for the Akroan War. I feel they kind of do similar things, but maybe combining both would also be pretty nice. Just a rough list, sort of. I could see myself tweaking this a little bit further on after tonight. We'll see how it goes. Then again, like I mentioned, Regisaur Raptor. Other than that, yeah. Early stuff. Wayward Swordtooth. Lots of lands. Get to Lukka. Have a good time. All right. Let's jump right into the first match here. Oh boy. I'm excited. I haven't tried something quite like this in some time now. Yeah, no fear, no limits, no excuses. Just whip the list up with the suggestion there, and we're going right into ranked. None of this unranked stuff. Did, of course, pretty easily fly into Platinum today, playing this afternoon. It's pretty nice matches, some hits and misses. I did have a very rough game against Golgari Sacrifice. Oh, they had 3 meat hook massacres in one of the games. That was very rough. That's definitely a little bit better hand. First certainly was not good at all. I would like to go Commune with Dinosaurs turn 1, but as it is right now, got to get that Sheltered Thicket. Perhaps we should preserve. Nah, we got one Regisaur Alpha. I was thinking of preserving both Regisaur Alphas, but Marauding, that's good. That's good, yeah. Preserving both just for the off chance that they kill one if we sent it to the graveyard, and then, if we exiled Shifting Ceratops, maybe, I don't know, we probably should get a second source of red. If we exiled Shifting Ceratops, we might hit another Regisaur Alpha with Lukka, stuff like that. Unholy Heat. That is kind of unfortunate. You know what that calls for. But that's how it goes sometimes. It is pretty fantastic removal. Could have been something else that deals 2 damage. But let's see. Hopefully we can get things done. We do have Anger of the Gods for game 2. Hopefully we can take this first game from them. But it's going to be rough. Ouch. Hope everyone's doing good tonight if you're watching now or watching later on. Maybe you're watching in the morning. Yeah. Not too late here tonight. Compared to some nights that I hop on. Oh, certainly Commune. Rockfall, yeah, okay. So we got plenty of sources of red. That is always a nice thing. Hopefully Marauding sticks around. We go Regisaur Alpha next turn, potentially. That'd be pretty good, but I think there is good chance Marauding might die to something, or we just get hit with a lot of damage from Stormwing Entity there. Oh, this is going downhill real quick. That's going to be a decent bit of damage. We got 2 graveyard chickens coming up. Ouch. I would assume 2. That's alright. No, it's only 12. I mean, it's probably going to do it for us this game, unfortunately. Oh, there it is. Well, that's not going to do it. Right, Anger of the Gods, 100%. Hopefully we can see that enough. Deathgorge, yeah, get the graveyard chickens, hopefully. That's going to be useful. Shifting Ceratops, maybe not so much. I mean, you can have reach, which is nice, but I kind of like Ripjaw with all their damage-based stuff. Yeah. Rampaging, I think we gotta cut you, buddy. Carnage. Kind of feel like... Oh, we got the first bot of the night. Hello, Andrea Delon. Seems like the same usual bot message. I think we just cut Huntmaster. It dies to so much stuff. Bring in the Ripjaws, a couple more. Cut the Carnage. And let's get some of those big guys this game. Might be rough when we clear out Marauding Raptor, some of the other things. Hopefully not with the Anger of the Gods, but we will be prioritizing that, definitely, because that can be very crippling to this Is It Phoenix. Oh, yeah, certainly. Turn 2 Marauding, hopefully that fantastic. Turn 3 Ripjaw Raptor, and... go from there. That's not too bad. Deathgorge, good stuff. So we will be able to exile a graveyard chicken. We'll see if Marauding sticks around. Hopefully we can get Deathgorge down, exile a non-creature, and then swing later on to get rid of a chicken. But we'll see. That's right. Get some bodies. Good value. Oh. Friends, we did it. This is the stuff of legend. The stuff that puts a big smile on my face. Inside, I guess. But exciting stuff right here. My goodness, I love that. What's not to love about that? Surprising. Fantastic. Blast Zone actually could come in handy here, potentially. We could take out both Dragon's Rage Channelers if we really wanted to next turn, but I don't think that's what we're going to do. Try and get to Gishath, which, well, does survive 2 Marauding Raptors, sitting at 6, so we'll need a couple more lands. We'll see if 1 Marauding Raptor dies this turn. Wouldn't be that bad, because then we can go Regisaur Alpha next turn. But we may want to take out those Dragon's Rage Channelers. We'll see if they get some graveyard chickens in the graveyard this turn. Definitely got to watch out for that Stormwing entity. Anger of the Gods next turn might be pretty nice. Well, another Ripjaw Raptor, definitely get us some more lands, maybe get us that Anger of the Gods for a following turn, potentially drawing 2 cards whenever we do cast it. Oh, we gotta play a land. Yeah, it is somewhat nice. Let's go with that third Marauding, buff the ones we have up, and just swing away, do as much damage as possible. Get some use out of those Marauding Raptors, because that's some pretty disgusting damage. Interesting, they took it all. They feel pretty positive, perhaps, about their chances for Game 3 here. Perhaps I should have brought in Shifting Ceratops just for the Stormwing entity. Sometimes they do have Crackling Drakes, being at 4 toughness. It does survive Anger of the Gods and can get pretty nasty depending on all the stuff they have in the graveyard. But I don't see Crackling Drake too much. Usually it's just the Stormwing entity and then everything else is red and whatnot. But they didn't see us with an Anger of the Gods, so we still have that element of surprise coming up here. Hopefully that works out in our favor. It was nice drawing a whole bunch of cards with Ripjaw and Marauding there. That's always lovely. Ooh, not quite. Maybe if it was 2 lands, I'd keep it. Oh, okay, that's much better. Yeah, I think we'll send Regisaur packing. Hopefully Marauding sticks around. Of course, we go the fantastic Ripjaw again for turn 3. Lukka at some point. Exile, hopefully, a Regisaur Alpha. But maybe just exile the Ripjaw there. At the very least, they don't have any chickens in the graveyard quite yet. It's nasty, as always, seeing that turn 1 Faithless looting. They get 2 of them in there. Luckily, it doesn't happen very often, but not a pretty sight. I think it's dead. Ooh, a Braid, that's okay. To be expected. We can go Deathgorge Scavenger next turn, which is nice. Interesting. They didn't send anything into the graveyard, so it's pretty important. Whatever is on top of their library. Let's go with the Timber Crown. Don't want to take any more damage than we have to. I feel they probably have something that deals 2. They're going to use it at some point. So I think we'll just get that out of the graveyard. See if they kill Deathgorge right here. At least it's one less type of something. So hopefully those Dragon's Rage channelers stay on the ground this game. That's going to be quite helpful. There it is, Unholy Heat. At the very least, we'll get Ripjaw Raptor next turn. Hopefully that's enough to help. Maybe a following turn we get Anger of the Gods. We sweep the channelers, perhaps some other creatures that they have out. Oh yeah, definitely want that Anger of the Gods next turn. We'll go that instead of Ripjaw. That would be lovely. Ooh, not the case. Well, Stomping Ground it is. Get the Ripjaw and hope our luck changes. Because next turn, I mean, that potentially could be it, depending how big Stormwing entity gets. Dragon's Rage Channelers, if they're both 3/3s. 9. They only have to cast 2 spells. Yeah, that might be it. We'll see. Hopefully that's not the case, but... different types they got in the graveyard. Oh, 2 instants. All right, so it doesn't look like they might not get it this turn. So we may have one more chance coming up for that Anger of the Gods. So they got instant and land. Okay, it's looking good. It's looking good. No, it's not looking good. Faithless Looting, a sorcery to get a creature. Oh. As long as they don't get a creature. Oh, that might do it. Oh, there it is. That's okay. That's how it goes, you know. Sometimes pretty rough. Unfortunately, we're missing our Anger of the Gods. Perhaps could have... Good night. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully it's a good night. That was a little bit of a rough match to start things off, but there's something there. We do have the tech to fight a deck like that. Again, yeah, I probably could have mulliganed a little more aggressively for it. Or just brought in more sweepers, potentially. Wayward Swordtooth does survive Anger of the Gods, sweepers like that. Even survives Storm's Wrath. Deal 4 damage to every creature and planeswalker. Pretty fantastic stuff there. So Ripjaw, Wayward, both being able to survive that sweeper. I think that could be interesting. Some pretty good potential there, especially since I have started using Wayward Swordtooth a little bit more the past few days. We go first. Could be rough. Banking on another land. We do have Marauding. I think it's a little bit... No, we'll keep it. Take the risk. Oh boy. Yikes. 2 chances to hopefully get a land that comes into play untapped. Stomping Ground, Forest, anything really. Actually, we do need a second source of green, so hopefully it's something like a forest. Oh boy. Nope. Don't kill him, please. Oh, he survives. Well, we didn't get a land, but at least Commune with Dinosaurs here. Hopefully gets us that. Oh, Stomping Ground, yep, that's what it's got to be. I think they want to kill it. And we won't attack, just in case they have some shenanigans going on. Something up. Good old Bone Crusher, Grixis, which this seems like. I mean, that's pretty hard. 3 very painful colors. Combining all that stuff, oof. Stuff is going to die this match, that's for sure.
Yep, I'm basically a professional at saving in a stride by now.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Let's bring things up to a simmer.
Nothing to worry about too much there, I think. Putting us to sleep here. Hopefully they make a move soon, huh? Oh, more lands. Good, good. That is exactly what we want. Yeah, that's too bad. We don't have a third source of green. We could have given Shifting Ceratops haste this turn, but I say we just take her out. Sounds good to me. Stop some of that ramp damage.
I know you can do better.
Yeah, I think that's going to help. Bone Crusher, not too bad. Not too worried about that guy. I think he'll definitely block the Shifting Ceratops if we do swing with that. Maybe we swing with both things. See what happens. See if it blocks Marauding Raptor. Nah, that's not the case. That's okay. I was hoping Marauding Raptor would be blocked. We'd go Otepec Huntmaster this turn. I will still get a decent little bit of damage through. Perhaps we draw Regisaur Alpha next turn. That would be pretty fantastic if they are wide open. Or another land and we go Carnage Tyrant. Also good. Maybe at some point Rampaging Brontodon. Hopefully getting that Lukka. Cheating out something good. Goldspan, that is a little rough. Haven't seen that guy for quite some time since he got nerfed. Still think it's pretty fantastic card. Oh, a few good stuff. Hopefully Carnage Tyrant is enough to help us get it done. I mean, certainly hard to interact with. So we need a board wipe now. But if all goes well, Marauding sticks around. We go potentially a second Carnage Tyrant next turn. And that, well, we're hoping it's a big enough headache for the opponent. Perhaps they're going to do some sort of combat trick on the Goldspan. I could see them buffing it, flashing in a creature, perhaps. Nicol Bolas, okay. So double blocking the Carnage Tyrant. Not the worst thing in the world. We'll get rid of Huntmaster since we can't play that guy anyways. Oh, we got a Regisaur. Very interesting. Kind of like Regisaur Alpha, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah. They'll definitely double block to kill the Carnage Tyrant. I would think the Carnage Tyrant. So it would be nice taking out Nicol Bolas. Yep, that's what we're doing. Oh, one. My goodness, we're praying they don't have a sweeper coming up, a Languish, Meat Hook Massacre, something like that. But it looks like they're going to be doing something. Something we don't like. Two, oh boy. This is getting big. Burn down the house. Shucks. Haven't really ever seen that card. I think once or twice. Yeah, we'll do it. So hopefully we get that 6th land next turn. Go the second Carnage Tyrant there. Or just Regisaur Alpha, hasty. Token flies in, gets him. Otepec Huntmaster there. Not so bad as long as it survives. But a weak thing like that, that's to be expected. Man, this is close. Shifting Ceratops, Regisaur Alpha, a lot of things would get it done. If we get enough to get to Gishath. Another Goldspan, not too bad. Wayward, that's something. Might not be enough to do it. Perhaps they just swing with the Goldspan, I would imagine. Oh, Nicol Bolas, that's a little rough. Right, we're praying and we're hoping. Oh, they did not swing with it. Okay. Well, I think Marauding Raptor's still... Oof, yeah, Marauding Raptor's kicking the bucket.
Hey, over here.
Maybe this is the turn they swing with the Goldspan. And then we get top deck something hasty.
Today's my lucky day.
Pretty low, just swing with them. You know you wanna. Interesting. Perhaps this will help do it? Maybe? That's gonna be rough still. 5. Oh, yes. 2. Alright, well, that does it. Ouch. Painful stuff right there. Basically dealing 4 damage every turn. Yeah, that will do it. I think we probably could just keep it as is. Just hope to go as fast as possible, really. Don't have a whole lot of creatures, rampaging, Deathgorge, all that stuff. Not going to do a whole lot. Carnage Tyrant, yep, dang, it was rough. Well, perhaps. I do have 25 lands, 27 lands, perhaps. Something like that. But there's also the cost reduction to factor in, as well as the upped land count, at least for my point. But whenever I play dinos, it's a fair bit less than this. We'll keep that. Hope it's enough. Fast enough. Kind of want to source a green for Commune with Dinosaurs. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, we'll go with a mountain. Start to get our sources of red for Lukka there, but yeah, I was really hoping Carnage Tyrant would carry there, and it did not, unfortunately. Oh, fantastic stuff. Seeing the Rockfall Vale. Things are looking up. As long as Marauding Raptor sticks around, we go Wayward Swordtooth next turn. Either way, we go Wayward Swordtooth. That's, double Lukka. Alrighty. Hopefully they don't counter this. Yeah, so if we get a land next turn, we go Lukka, but probably shifting. We'll see. Bone Crusher, not too bad, not too bad. But I definitely feel like there's probably enough lands here. Alright, yeah. We'll definitely go that. Give shifting haste. But maybe we should wait to exile shifting. Nah. Maximum aggression. Maybe they trade with Marauding Raptor. Hopefully we get closer to 10 permanents there. Perhaps it would have been better just to leave Shifting Ceratops back and be one closer. Potentially could have gotten to 10 next turn if everything did live and we got a land. And we went Lukka. Well, at least we have 3 in the list. Yep. Let's go for it. Nicol Bolas is probably going to swing, unfortunately, but let's exile Wayward, get something big. Let's go. Hey, Carnage Tyrant, saving the day. Oh my goodness. Well, Lukka coming in strong. Okay, I like it. I was really sure we'd get something that would be a dud. But if we can exile the Carnage Tyrant next turn, get the Gishath. Oh, this is going to be a thing of beauty, friends, I think. Oh boy, prepare yourself. It's exciting. What's it going to be? Oh, there we go. Bam. Got it. I was a little worried we wouldn't get it tonight, but holy cow. Disgusting stuff coming out here. I guess just a Rampaging Brontodon. Oh, wow. Okay, Kane, if you're watching now or you're watching later on, there you go. You got the Lukka stuff. Hopefully we can do that again, but that was pretty good. Took the chance and it paid off big time. Huh. Might have to look into this. Oh, the salt. The tears, my goodness. I'll take it. Hello, also fellow real human person. Really good rare. Yeah, let's keep it as is. Jump right into the next match. Hopefully it goes as good as that one. Yeah, that was exciting stuff. You can't fake that live right for you guys. I'm gonna watch that over again. Ooh, that could work out. Huntmaster, turn 2, Wayward Swordtooth. Get a bunch more lands, shifting. Definitely a reasonable starting hand. But yeah, this Lukka is doing good, doing good. Very exciting plays there. Oh, that was close. Oh boy. I almost goofed up there. As long as Huntmaster survives, Marauding, Wayward, it's going to be nasty next turn, but I think seeing red, Huntmaster is dead. I would expect. I could probably keep, well, I mean, it's kind of a Naya deck. Not really, though. Interesting. Mono red Arclight Phoenix. Double. Well, that's nasty. I certainly did not expect that, but, well, go Marauding Raptor. We'll go Wayward Swordtooth. And then we'll go another land, and we'll go Shifting Ceratops. We'll give Marauding Raptor haste, because it's pretty big. And that's actually pretty decent right there, my goodness. A lot of buys. They're going to have to do something here. Because that could be lethal for them next turn. I mean, backing up, cheating out big dinos with a pretty sweet and efficient turn like that. Marauding for 1, Wayward for 1, playing a 4th land, shifting for 2. What's not to love about that? Hopefully that's enough. Not too worried about the frenzied Geist Blaster. Alright, Carnage Tyrant, show us your stuff. Ooh, that's too bad. Well, that's probably over. I mean, the Arclight Phoenixes being able to do 6, they probably have something that does 2. We'll definitely be bringing in Anger of the Gods. Coat, there it is. That's alright. Almost got it done. I think alchemy shouldn't fix, or alchemy shouldn't affect historic, definitely. That, leave it as is, or at the very least the Pioneer format, if you know that. I think it goes back to Magic Origins or Magic 2015. That would be pretty nice if they brought Pioneer in. I think we'll send Huntmaster packing just because it easily dies to stuff. I mean, it was pretty sweet opening turn. You know what, I want to make more space. I want to keep the Huntmasters in just because they did some pretty fantastic work. And we'll hinge and hope for a Rampaging or a Gishath. Gishath, however you pronounce it. But yeah, maybe one day they change alchemy to not affect historic. I'd like it to be pretty close to a non-rotating format, not having to worry about all these nerfing and buffing and digital only cards. But even if it doesn't change, it's still going to be fantastic. It's the place I play dinos, of course. But they do probably should try digital mechanics, that sort of thing. I mean, it's a digital game, so at least test it out. I think it would be wrong not to try things like they're doing with alchemy. I'll cut 2 Huntmaster. Hopefully I get to play in paper sometime, and sometime soon. Pioneer Dinos, that's going to be pretty good. Maybe I record some of those games and, you know, we have another thing to watch dinos from. Oh yeah, definitely. It was nice seeing them rebalance to fairy. 3 fairy, or I guess as we should call them now, 4 fairy. I'll get the Regisaur. Was fantastic. Still, I mean, pretty decent. Certainly was a pretty painful nerf, but seeing a classic card come back, I like it. Definitely good this game, seeing Anger of the Gods. I think that should help if they get those Phoenixes, which I would expect. Yeah. Also, Wayward Swordtooth, man, up in the lands. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, yeah. Good night. Hopefully, have a good sleep. And yeah, wish me luck with this match. I think we got a good edge. But yeah, thanks for watching. Anytime you can, as always. The game will be up right afterwards. Oh, yeah, Regisaur Alpha. Next turn, Lukka. Get something big. Alright. Oh boy. Here it is. Here goes nothing. Well, they don't have any Phoenixes in the graveyard, so yeah, it's looking like a pretty exciting turn coming up. Lukka, exile Regisaur Alpha, get you know what. What are they planning? Well, that might not save you. Well, they could get some Phoenixes right here. Oh, double us. Okay, well, I was thinking we were going to go Lukka, but feels like we should go Anger of the Gods here. Yeah, especially since we do have 2. Lukka would be 5 Gishath. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Take him out. I think we may not have had him, and then they definitely could have killed us this turn right here with all their creatures. Could have been rough for sure. Ouch, Lava Call. Well, we'll still potentially go Lukka next turn, but another Anger of the Gods, that is going to be actually pretty sweet, now that I think about it. Smoke them. Yeah. Alright, hopefully that's debilitating enough for them. They do have 1 Phoenix, so we gotta watch out for that. Right, maybe a 3rd Anger of the Gods coming up. That would be certainly pretty lucky. Well, we'll go Lukka. We'll exile the Wayward. We'll hope it gets us something big, but I think that's going to do it for this match. That's not going to do it. That's all right. You know, we took pretty nicely the previous match. Took them down. So salty they didn't even want to keep playing us. But we're having fun either way, win or lose. Always room for improvement. Certainly probably some more tweaking with this list, but we saw a flash of potential with that second to last match there. Let's keep the party going. Hopefully we go off at least once more tonight here. Maybe do 2 more matches, something like that. Ray Moore. Ooh, interesting. You know what? We'll keep it. They took 2 mulligans on their side. It's a little positive. We do have the nice turn 3 Wayward. Could certainly accelerate, get us to that turn 4 Regisaur Alpha with... Okay, good stuff. We got 5 lands. We got Wayward, so that means Regisaur Alpha, turn 4. That's what you like to see. Well, plenty of lands, maybe a little bit too much, but we're going to be playing some big stuff with all these. Well, I don't like that. Certainly those vampires are going to get kind of out of control. Huh. Man, that is big. Well, that's a pretty fantastic start for these Mardu vampires. We certainly haven't done a whole lot. See what Commune gets us. Might be something nice. Marauding Raptor. It's something. But I do want more bodies being able to block. But that might do it for us, unfortunately. They got a lot of menace stuff, and that's going to really mess us up. Anger of the Gods could potentially be pretty good here. Well, it's not quite lethal, so... Let's see, who do we want to kill? We'll kill a vampire socialite. So that's 6, 11. 1. Not gonna do it. 2, 2. Oh, so we get Blast Zone, 2, 3 menace. Nah, that's not going to do it. Could have 4 bodies, but we need at least 5 bodies to live. So, yeah, wow, that was rough. Some pretty fantastic aggression from those vampires. Nasty stuff, certainly. Bringing in Ripjaw Raptor, Anger of the Gods. I don't think or expect they'll go off quite so much. That was probably a very good opening hand for them. Maybe doesn't always work out quite that nicely. Shifting Ceratops, yeah. Rampaging, I think, is going to be nice just because they got some life gain stuff, of course, with the vampires themselves. They could really run away with things that way, so I think Rampaging could do some pretty nice work for us. Yeah, I'll cut some Gishath. Oh, hey, not all of them. Whoa, we want to see that guy come down. 3 Huntmaster. All right. Oh, Anger of the Gods coming strong. Hopefully a little stronger than against Izzet Phoenix, but we did see 2 Anger of the Gods. Sometimes that's enough, but against something like Izzet Phoenix, they could certainly recover quite nicely. We do see one anger there, so I'm definitely inclined to keep that. Hopefully a pretty good chance we get to a third land so we can at least start going some stuff, but at the very least it is 2 sources of red with Stomping Ground and Rootbound Crag, so we will be able to go anger, hopefully. Oh boy, oh, the moment of truth. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Ouch. Ooh, well, I mean, it's something. It'll help us get a land at the very least. Fairly slow, but maybe they see us going so slow they feel quite comfortable. They dump a bunch of stuff. Play some vampires. We kill them. Welcoming Vampire. That is something I'd be interested in killing this turn. Yeah, let's do it. Stop them drawing a bunch of cards with Welcoming Vampire. Perhaps it would be kind of nice if Dino's got something like that as well. That'd be pretty sweet. Kind of want to go Ripjaw Raptor with Edgar Charmed Groom there. We'll go Marauding plus Rampaging, open up the possibility of Regisaur Alpha next turn if we don't draw a land. Or perhaps Ripjaw Raptor plus Rampaging if we draw a 5th one. Hopefully nothing dies. We'll take it. I was thinking of double blocking, getting rid of him. But I think maybe they have some fatal push thing going on, perhaps. Anger of the Gods could work out. Kind of nice. We'll get Regisaur Alpha. Bunch more bodies. Certainly seems like they have some sort of removal. Bedevil, that's pretty fantastic stuff. At least we still get the token. Well, we're not attacking with Florian there. Man, that first strike, that's going to cause us trouble. Alright, Edgar. Let's kill him. Oh my goodness. That is not good. But we could pay 2 life. We can go Anger of the Gods. Yeah, let's attack with everything. See how they block. If they maybe just let it all through, that's to be expected. So yeah, Ripjaw, draw some stuff. Rampaging. Let's get 2 bodies. Then we can double block Florian. Hopefully it stays at a 4/4. Pinging, good. Stopping some of that life gain if they do get that on some of their vampires. Ouch. That's going to be good. Yeah, I think Ripjaw just got to block it. At least they didn't gain 5 life. Well, that's not nothing. Ooh, double anger. That'd be pretty sweet if we had 6 mana. I'd be kind of tempted to go with that. But we'll get Commune, get our land for the turn. Hopefully we're not low enough, but they've certainly run away with things, to say the least. Regisaur Alpha could be good. But if we do survive, let's get that 6th land so we keep the potential of double Anger of the Gods coming up next turn. Or a Lukka to exile somebody, get a nice big Gishath. Actually, I think we only have one. Rampaging Brontodon. That's what we'll hope for. Pretty nice having Wayward. Decent body. We can block with them now since we do have the 10 permanents. They're fairly low at 7. Kind of worried. I think we have a decent chance with this board. We won't attack just because we are so low. We want some good guys to block next turn. Let's see. Oh, that's going to be kind of painful. Not too painful, but I thought they might have taken out Marauding, perhaps. Very interesting. It would be nice. Maybe this is a case where, you know, I should add some more Unclaimed Territory stuff that can tap for white, because we could have gone Gishath here. Unfortunately, we can't. That's quite alright, though. We'll attack with everything. We'll see what happens. They probably assume some shenanigans are coming up, which is true. Maybe we only have to use one Anger of the Gods, depending who blocks what. Alright, so we're taking down Flory. Well, we're not taking down Florian. It does have first strike. We'll take down Edgar, yeah. All that good stuff. Ready. Sweep them. Let's go. Hopefully this is enough to help us out. I am a little worried about that Soren there. He's... well, okay. Well, yikes. Okie dokie. That's gonna do it. Double Anger sometimes is not enough. Especially when they recover like that. Ouch. Let's see, what time are we sitting at? Pretty good. Yeah, we'll do... at least one more match here. Yeah, that was a pretty sweet vampire variation. They got some fantastic tools in Crimson Vow. I think we're going to start seeing vampires a little more often, for sure. Especially with that, the second Unclaimed Territory coming out in Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Can't remember the name yet, but yeah, it's pretty fantastic. Could help out dinos as well, especially when we do go 3 colors like this. Being able to play Gishath there, I think could have helped us. Oh, hey, yeah, well, I mean, it's rough, definitely, but it's doable. We're on the draw, so I think we can make that work. Oh, we see all the big stuff, pretty much. Ah, shoot. I was thinking Rockfall Vale was Rootbound Crag. Hopefully that doesn't mess us up and we draw something that comes into play. Oh, phew. Oh, my goodness. I was a little worried there. That's good. Keep things moving. Ouch. That's alright. Just go marauding and hopefully pump them up next turn with Wayward Swordtooth. Decent bit of damage there. Potentially even further depending what we draw. Oh, more lands. Good, good, good. Okay, bring the pain. Marauding. Let's go. Hopefully Rampaging Brontodon next turn. That'd be a pretty lovely way to finish out this game. Oh. Well, that's to be expected. Another Gishath, huh? That's painful. It's alright though. We're playing dinos, having a good time, trying out something different. Questing beast, and that's painful as well. Another land, not quite gonna do it for us. Would have been nice to see a Regisaur Raptor, but again, that is in the sideboard for game 1 with this variation. And it looks like that's probably gonna do it. Hey, Regisaur Alpha, it is something. Well, we're not attacking, that's for sure. Hopefully Regisaur survives. I could see him kicking the bucket, though, with a list like this. Oh, it's nasty, nasty Phyrexian Obliterator. Alright, well, let's trade with it. Don't want to take any more damage, but that Phyrexian there. Ouch. Zacama. It's not going to do it. Well, jump into the next game against V-Goth. Got a lot of big stuff. Anger of the Gods not going to do a whole lot. Yeah, I say we just keep it as is. Hope to go as fast as possible, but that was a little rough. Definitely drawing multiple Gishath, but that's bound to happen. I could see cutting, maybe just cutting all but one. Keep one Zacama, one Gishath, maybe one Rampaging Brontodon, one Galta, of course. That would be pretty sweet, and maybe one. I forget the name. The white flying dino. I should know this. I play them all the time. The legendary Primal Dawn. Man, why do I not know that? Let me look it up real quick. Oh, Zatalpa, yeah, I knew it was a that. Don't know how I forgot that. Had a brain fart there. Certainly nice seeing a bunch of lands here. Huntmaster. If all goes well, we get the hasty Shifting Ceratops next turn. Start applying some decent pressure there. Huntmaster has still survived. Hasn't eaten a fatal push, which is always lovely to see. Get that Rockfall Vale. Yeah, I just want to get going pressure-wise. Could see Binding of the Old Gods next turn, get rid of Shifting. So it may have been nice going Carnage Tyrant, but Valkmir, not too bad, not too bad. We can still make that work. Kane, how's it going? Yeah, trying out your list. Yeah, it has served me well in some cases. Little hit or miss. Not that it's a bad list by any means, but sometimes it's been a little rough tonight. Not too bad, though. Guess we won't be attacking with the Huntmasters. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Certainly nice. We got Carnage Tyrant. We got 5 lands for Lukka next turn. That'd be pretty sweet. Being able to show off again. Maybe finishing with Lukka, which it did go off at one point. If you're just joining right now, you definitely want to check that out after the stream is done. My goodness, we exiled the Carnage Tyrant with Lukka to get Gishath and got her done. Fantastic stuff. Oh. Well, that's alright. That's how it goes. At least we got the 6th land, another Carnage Tyrant. Hopefully they don't have another sweeper, but where there is one, there is a second. Maybe. Ooh, okay. Alright, alright. It's looking good. Cross your fingers here. Coming up, Lukka. Never mind. Well, that sucks. That's painful. I was so excited. Forgot about Raydan there. Get that land. Get to Lukka. Next turn. That's the plan. Attack with that Carnage Tyrant. Gotta block with somebody. Oh, it split up the damage. Well, I should have read that a little bit more. Yeah, definitely against the diamond player. Kind of nice. Man, would have loved to take out Raydan there. Hopefully everything sticks around and we can go Lukka next turn. But yeah, I was pretty surprised to face a diamond player here. I mean, we'll be there eventually. Hopefully in the next couple of days if all goes well and I can grind a little bit more. At the very least, they don't have blue, so hopefully Lukka's sticking around. Alright, here goes nothing. Lukka, exile, Carnage Tyrant, big guy coming up. Hey, Gishath. Gishath. There we go. Got it. Fantastic. Raydan, get rid of that. Nope, we're learning our lesson. That was sweet. Hopefully they can't kill it. Alright, at least we got it out. A second time. That's pretty fantastic. I was a little worried we wouldn't get it out at all. Oh boy. Casualties of war, that is oftentimes rough. Huntmaster, hey, good buddy. Not doing the most for us here, but perhaps, it gives something big haste. Maybe Carnage Tyrant. Something like that. Anger of the Gods could be nice, taking out some things, which unfortunately I did get rid of Anger of the Gods, or I didn't bring it in because I figured they didn't have too many creatures. More lands. Well, perhaps next turn we get an Unclaimed Territory and we just hardcast Zacama here. I think that's a possibility. Could see myself using Zacama or Gishath on the regular, maybe not even with a Lukka variation, but yeah, I think Lukka definitely has some potential. I mean, it's been used for various other things to cheat who knows what into play. Cheating big stuff, that's always fun, exciting, and very powerful. Recurring it from the graveyard, all that sort of stuff is rough. That's too bad. Well, we kind of came close. It's probably going to do it, unfortunately. Nuts. Yeah, I know. Some cards, you look them up in paper, you think they're going to be quite a bit, and that's not the case. Probably going to do it for us. We'll see what we draw next turn, but probably slap a bunch of stuff on the blast zone to take out Mila, Crafty Companion. Perhaps Valkmira there, but I don't think that's going to do it for us. Yep. That's quite alright though. That's how it goes. But speaking of cheap stuff, if you're on Magic Online, Zacama, which is like 60, 80 bucks, I think, depending where you look. Zacama on Magic Online is with ticks. Their ticket thing, however you pay for stuff, it's like one, which is a couple bucks. So you can play Zacama on there for pretty cheap if you don't want to play it in paper. Or you could, of course, play with Zacama here on Arena for pretty much free if that's your only focus. Something with dinos. You can make something pretty quick, a manageable deck, and then redeem your wild cards, and you can get it done pretty good. We'll jump into one more match, I think. Yeah, we got time for that. Let's see. Yeah, one more match. Hopefully it's a little less rough than that previous one. The board wipes certainly brought the pain. We almost got close to hard casting Zacama there. That would have been pretty sweet. Being able to take out a bunch of stuff. Yeah, definitely. I have been thinking of the combination of Atali, Primal Storm. So you have Atali out. You cast Forerunner of the Empire. You put Zacama on the top, and Atali, you exile the top and you cast it. So you do match that requirement for Zacama, and stuff will untap all your lands. Could be something there potentially, but yeah, I think that could be a decent hand. We got the turn 3 Wayward Swordtooth. Gonna accelerate a little bit there. I am seeing white though, so that is kind of scary. Might be painful. A blue player. Well, you're seeing some different stuff here with dinos. If you are a blue player though, speaking of blue hate, Shifting Ceratops right there. That is maybe your arch nemesis perhaps. Especially against mono blue, any kind of mono blue stuff. Yeah. Shifting Ceratops does good work against those. Mono blue spirits I did face. Unfortunately didn't get the win. Voice of the Blessed. Oh boy. It's going downhill. Hill. Going downhill. Yeah, Atali. You can also cheat and put something else on top. If you're in black, Scheming Symmetry, you and the opponent search for a card, you put it on top. Of course, Atali would take that card and your own. So for one black, put Zacama on top, swing with Atali, you know, potentially make a Jund variation that way. Perhaps could be maybe a little more consistent, but I do love the potential of Lukka here. Kind of rough at the moment, how things are going. Yeah, Source of Green. Very interesting. Marauding plus Regisaur Alpha. Hopefully that does enough work. We could go Lukka next turn, exile Regisaur Alpha. And that Voice of the Blessed though, that is causing us trouble. Probably going to be our undoing, unfortunately. Nah, we'll swing with Wayward, take him down a little bit. Hope the Voice of the Blessed, 8, 10. Ooh, yeah, what am I thinking? I should not have swung there. Because that is lethal. Ouch. Painful. But I'm pretty sure we're bringing in Rampaging Ferocidon against this deck. Definitely. Yeah. Could be good enough, I think. Shifting Ceratops to block some flying stuff. Yeah. Keep it mostly as is, but of course, Rampaging Ferocidon. Yeah. Perhaps this Lukka variation, yeah, it definitely has reignited some inspiration for something that features a Tally Primal Storm to also cheat in some big, fantastic dinos. So maybe that's another cheating variation I work on for some night this week, potentially. But free dino, I'm planning on coming up tomorrow night. Keep an eye out for that. Come on, give us... Oh, like a hand like that. Don't even have to think about it. We got the Huntmaster. We got Rampaging. Hopefully they don't get a turn 1 Soul Warden, followed by a turn 2 Voice of the Blessed. That's always rough, even when we have something like Rampaging Ferocidon. But yeah, that's about as good as you could hope for against a deck like this. Oh, did I jinx myself? I hope I did not. At the very least, hopefully Voice of the Blessed is only a 3/3. Oh. Lucky stuff. It was only an Impassioned Orator. Orator. You know what, we could go Commune. See if we get Marauding Raptor. Oh, we do. Okay. So, friends, this is actually working out quite nicely because we go Marauding for 1. Still have 1 left for Rampaging Ferocidon. Unfortunately, they do gain 1 life, but that's not too bad because we're going to be swinging with some good stuff. Yeah, that's lovely. Regisaur Alpha next turn for 3, potentially. That would be very good, or just something else fantastic. See what we draw. Maybe a Rampaging Brontodon to finish them off. Hopefully they don't get another land to go Skyclave Apparition. But we got Rampaging, so I'm feeling pretty positive about this. They do have some black there. Maybe they got that infinite combo with Fido, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. I could see something like that happening. Definitely interested in getting Wayward here. Go with our... Well, go both lands. Still go Regisaur Alpha this turn. Yeah. I think that might do it. Not too shabby. Yeah. I think it probably could be lethal, maybe if I did swing with everything. Or they'd have to block with... hey, doesn't matter. Man, powerful, overpowering like that. Pretty fantastic. You got potential massive swings to back up the potential of Lukka cheating out a big dino. So I think the combination of those two can make pretty resilient. This list at least. Maybe if it was going a little bit more of a glass cannon, focusing super hard on Lukka, might be a little bit rougher, but it is nice having the potential to get a Zacama out. Man, we saw Gishath twice tonight, which that's pretty fantastic. They do see we got the Rampaging Ferocidon out, so they're going to be saving any and all removal for that guy. Hopefully we see our starting hand with 2 of them, because I think that's public enemy number 1 after that game there. Perhaps Anger of the Gods could have been good to bring in, clear out stuff before it gets any counters on. Seems like a lot of things are 3 or less toughness, so could potentially be a complete board wipe for them. We would lose Huntmaster and Marauding Raptor, but not too bad. They're really thinking about this. They're wondering, what can we do? What can we cut to bring in more removal so we never have to worry about that Rampaging Ferocidon that caused us so much pain and knocked us out? They're scared, I think, after that game. Oh. All right, here we go, Bob. Gonna bring the pain. Ooh, yeah, it's not Rampaging Ferocidon, so I think we got to try for... could be a lot worse than that. Oh boy, yikes. Here goes nothing. Hopefully that doesn't spell our doom. Hey, the fantastic classic. Always got to be Soul Warden, it seems. Turn 1. It's almost like they have 8 or 12 of them in the deck, it seems. Rampaging Ferocidon next turn. Let's go. That Cleric of Life's bond is going to be pretty big. Maybe too big, unfortunately, by the time we get a Rampaging Ferocidon. Well, we're not blocking. Alright. That's going to do it, unfortunately. We'd be going Marauding. Cleric of Life Bond would go to 6. Next turn would go to 7. Too much out of control, unfortunately. But a little bit more misses than hits tonight with this variation. I still enjoyed it. Kane. Yeah. Gets the creative juices flowing. There's always something to do with dinos, a pretty wide variety. If you're ever interested in diving deep, maybe you have already, but you can do a lot of fun things. It doesn't have to be completely narrow. And as you can see, you can back up a neat little trick like that with some fantastic cheap dinos, a pretty big board, Wayward Swordtooth, Regisaur Alpha, Marauding Raptor. Gets overwhelming for the opponent quickly if they don't interact, and you can still get it done pretty nicely. Hopefully you all watched or enjoyed watching tonight. I had a good time, as always. If you're watching later on, yeah, have a good one. Remember, there is always room for improvement. Hopefully I get a little bit more coin. Probably going to open up at least 10 packs of Neon Dynasty whenever that comes out. But yeah, it was good tonight. Free Dino coming up tomorrow night, so put that on your calendar. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.